Hi guys, this is Chris from Peasant Garage. I'm off to go pick up the new project. I hope you guys like it. We're going to pick up a 2011-2012 Fiat 500. It's not running, so we're going to have it towed by Canadian CAA, which is, CAA, right? So we're going to go and get that done. All right, guys, so Fiat's being towed back to the driveway. We're going to, it's dead, so it should be a lot of fun. We're gonna do some diagnostic on the project, not this evening, but we're starting tomorrow. This is the new project. We're gonna get it running. Totally dead, guys. Hi guys, this is Chris from Peasant Garage. Today I'm introducing a new project that we have. We've picked up a 2011, 2012 Fiat 500. So it doesn't start. We bought it pretty much sight unseen. It does not start. I mean, it's got a little bit of rust. It's got a little bit of condition issues. But the biggest issue with it is that it cranks and doesn't start. So we're going to go into some basic diagnostics and take a look at why it's not starting. The guy who owned this car, previous electronics guy, got into all kinds of stuff, believes it's camshaft related, oil pressure, all this other stuff. I'm going to start with the basics. So we started with a car that's sat now, the brakes and so forth are very rusty. It's sat for at least 4 months now, maybe even longer. So it's going to need some servicing in terms of brakes. It'll probably have some other issues once we get it running. But the biggest issue at the moment was the battery was dead. So I'm in the process of charging the battery. Beautiful rainy day here in Ottawa. I'm doing this. And let's go ahead and find the hood piece. There we go. So the battery's been charging overnight. And if I just go ahead and take a look, we're at 82% charge on our battery. That's overnight, guys. So not the strongest battery. We've got 12 volts in it. And we've got 82% of it back, so there's a chance that this battery might come back for us up to 100%. These cars are very particular about corrosion on the ground, very particular about battery strength. If the battery's not strong on your Fiat 500, don't even bother. Go get a battery, stick it in, then try. So we're going to try to put a charge in it, and then we're going to go ahead and do some troubleshooting. We're going to plug in our scan tool. My scan tool is the ELM 327. It's a little OBD2 piece. We'll show you guys that. Connects to Bluetooth on my cell phone. And I have a basic scan utility that'll show us some of the codes and OBD2 stuff that we need to troubleshoot. My understanding right now is that there are no codes on the car. It's not actually giving us codes. So I'm more interested in what the sensors are doing and seeing if we can find a sensor reading that's well out of spec. And then we'll go from there. Hi guys, as we go, I see a little bit of sweating down here on the valve cover. I don't know if that's terrible or if that's expected behavior, but we'll probably pull this this plastic intake off that covers everything, and we'll take a look and see if that's a PCV valve or if something's blocked up a little bit or if that's a gasket that needs to be replaced. All your coil packs are below here as well, so we'll take a look under here, maybe change the spark plugs while we're there. And take a good look at what's in there. But those types of things are to be expected on a used car. You're going to find sweating's not bad, leaking's worse. But we're concerned about what's going on there. And again, I'm fixing these cars as though I'm buying them to drive them myself for an inexpensive amount of money. This is a $1,000 car. It's got 177,000 kilometers on it, and I bought it for $1,000 bucks. So the question is, again, can we do another cheap car for a reasonable amount of money that you could drive for a little while, a year or two, and get some reasonable expectations as to reliability out of it? This is already an Italian car, so there is no expected reliability out of it. It's doing exactly what it should be doing right now. So if you want something reliable, you buy a Toyota. That's why I bought a Fiat. Last one I bought a Hyundai. So again, it's a boring video with the Toyota, guys, because you buy the Toyota, you fix whatever the issue is with it, and you turn the key and you drive it for the next 20 years. This is not going to be that. This is going to be fun to drive once it runs, and that's what we're working on. If you need to get to work every day, have a second car. That's what this is. This is not a car you want to rely on. I'm not knocking on it. I love Fiats. I love driving them. This one's got a Bose stereo system, 5-speed manual transmission. It's got really comfortable seats. It's got air conditioning. It's a great car when it works. Again, when it works. It's a Fiat 500. Fiat's heritage is unreliability. So, you know, Hyundai's stuff is like, you know, okay, and, you know, all right, and it looks good. This looks great, and it rides great, but it doesn't like to turn on. So, you know, that's the flip side. So, you know, if you're not handy, don't buy one of these. Everything is tight in here. Everything is going to be fun to work on because there's an inch between the airbox and the radiator on this car. You have to replace a rad. The bumper's probably coming off. You know, you're taking a whole bunch of crap apart. The headlights are coming out. The battery's coming out. Even to get to the fuse box on this car, it looks like it might actually be fun. Now I've owned one previously, so I have some expectations as to what it's like. You know, upper strut mounts like to go on these. Rear struts like to go on these. None of it a big deal. All of it relatively easy to replace. But you're going to be working on it. Your hands will get dirty. And if you're going to put it in your garage, work on it with your son, take it out on nice summer days and put it back in the garage, and it's your little fun car, great car for that. If you got to drive it to work at -30, make sure you have a heavy jacket on and a couple candles in the trunk with a couple heavy blankets if you're here in Canada, because it is going to fail. In fact, this car did leave somebody on the side of the road. The gentleman who had it previous was driving home, and the dashboard Christmas tree, and it left him on the side of the road. So that's how I got it. So you know, he went and bought himself a brand new Hyundai, so now his problems are over. So we're going to go ahead and so long story short, we're going to get started on the basic diagnostics. Let's figure out what the sensors are doing, and we'll go from there.